me yours. Do just what you want. You're the one I trust. I belong to you, and I'll always be around.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, fam?
So, Donald, I, and our little fur baby, we're headed up to the track early this morning so I can get my 3 miles in today. Hopefully I can get my 3 miles in. So we gonna see.
We gonna see.
We found a little track over here. It's a mile. It's a mile?
It's 1 mile around.
1 mile around. So my goal, I'm gonna walk it one time and then I'm gonna light run it. It ain't gonna be a run. It's just gonna be a light little a faster walk, and then I'm gonna walk it the 3rd time.
Okay.
And we'll see how that works out for me.
That's a good plan.
I'm gonna see how it works. I'm telling you, when I used to work out with those young girls, they kept me motivated and they wouldn't let me quit. I don't have nobody like that right now because Donald he's good, but he's bad for me because he'll be like, baby, if you're tired, don't worry about it, don't do it. And I'm like, I need that Sergeant Winley to come on out.
She need that drill sergeant mentality. But
anyway, we should have got an earlier start, but my grown adult children, they keep me going. Look at the squirrel.
I know, he's just sitting in the road.
If you blow at him, what would he do? I mean, he is playing. Don't run over him, dog.
I'm not. I'm watching him. There you go, he's out.
Okay. Oh, we can't even come tomorrow because we'll be on the road.
Yeah, we're getting on the road tomorrow, fam. So today is prep day. We got exercise in this morning.
I wonder if we could get up a little early. That's too much. That's too much.
I don't know if it might be full at the time. I might be getting used to
That's true, because if we come at like 6, it'll just be too early.
Yeah.
So I gotta stick to this. So listen, I joined this. Well, it's like it's a group. I'm silent. I'm watching it. I'm silently watching it. I didn't join it because I didn't want to really say that I would do it. But in this group, they were asking every member. It was like one of them fitness groups on Facebook. You know, there's a million. And so for the month of May, they want you to walk the equivalent of 2 miles every day. So they want you to walk at least 60 miles for the month of May.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do it, but quietly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to let them know I'm doing it because they have all these challenges all the time, but nobody ever really sticks to it. So I'm not going to bore you guys with me walking every day or my meal plan and stuff like that. I'm just gonna do it and see what happens, but it's hard when you're in the RV, you know, to try to. No, it's not. It ain't hard. You can do it. It's not only on moving days.
Yeah, on moving days.
On moving days is hard. Like you got to be really dedicated.
And not every RV park has a good walk path though, but yeah you can always find some place to walk.
You in a parking lot, so you should still be able to walk.
Yeah.
And I lost my Apple Watch yet again. That's because I never wear it. Look, I bought that watch probably 2 years ago, and probably have worn it 4 times.
Yeah.
And never really even set it up. I just use it to walk with, you know, just to count my steps. But online, I Googled something and it told me how I could count my steps and stuff like that. But I don't care about counting my steps now that this track has it already mapped out. It shows you how far you have come. So it's a whole mile, and it say you walked a 1/4 of a mile, you walked half a mile, you know. And so going around that thing 3 times. Now, I say 3, but I'm probably going to end up doing 2, but that's good for me. And it's already the 2nd day of the month, so I'm behind.
Oh, that's right.
Because today is the 2nd.
There you go.
Yeah. But anyway, fam, I'm going to let y'all go, and we're going to get this day started.
All right, fam.
Alrighty.
Hey, what's going on, fam? Of course, I got my sidekick right here with me. So we just got through dropping off Peggy at the 1 mile track. And of course, there's no pets allowed. So I thought I might be able to walk a little bit with her, but we couldn't. So there's a dog park right over here. So this is a good chance for DJ to stretch his little itty bitty legs and get some fetch time in. That's a trick we just learned this morning. loves it. He loves it. Got to find the right size stick though. It's got to be small, but it's got to be big enough for you to throw. Got to be small enough for his little itty bitty mouth and everything like that. But he loves it. He brings it back to me. He puts it down and he jumps up at me. I'm telling you right now, this is a good dog. So we just gonna stay out here and get his little legs stretched out and play a little bit of fetch. Now this is a nice wide open dog park, but one issue I have is there are way too many ant mounds out here. If I can go, if it was gonna be here longer, I go get some Andro myself and just start sprinkling them on the ant mounds, because I worry about DJ stepping in them and then the ants crawling up his leg and biting them and stuff. So we're not gonna be out here too long. It's just way too many. It's just way too many of them.
Hey fam. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. What was I thinking? I did 3 miles on the track.
Killing
it. I finished ahead of time because Donald gave me an hour. What I have left, 3 minutes?
4.
I had 4 minutes left. It was pretty funny. But listen, it's sad when these little young men pass you by just blowing smoke. I'm just like, show off. I used to have energy like that. Listen, so Donald and BJ went and had coffee, went to the dog park. They relaxing and I'm out here killing myself. That's pretty funny. But we can't take the dog for the walk because he's not gonna do the whole walk, and plus he only wants to do what Donald does anyway.
And it's got like no animals allowed, no pets allowed.
No pets allowed. No, I didn't see that.
I saw the sign when I was driving off.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to leave the baby at home every other time that I do this, so that we could work out together.
There you go.
But I did a little running and I was able to run the equivalent of a half a mile. So that's pretty good. So I got to get my endurance back up so that I could run an actual mile. Because what I would like to do is walk a mile, run a mile, walk a mile. That's my goal. I mean,
that's a good short-term goal, baby.
It is. I'm going to try to do it now. Don't hold me to it, y'all. These are just thoughts. I'm sharing my thoughts.
These are not guarantees. These ain't probably. These are thoughts.
You know why I say that? Because when we tell them something, I thought you said, and I thought you said. So I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna bore y'all with my workout routine. I'm just gonna do it. It's not too late for old lady summer.
There you go.
You know how the young girls say it's a hot girl summer. It's not too late for old lady summer or mid-season summer. That's what I'm gonna call it. Oh, look at that cute little camper.
Yeah, that's tiny.
A trail runner. And see, but if you by yourself, that's perfect. Can y'all see it back there? It's perfect for a single person.
I talked to a guy yesterday, or day before yesterday. He had one of those little Neo Pros, super tiny.
Oh, you did talk to him?
Yeah, almost like a teardrop kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he was in there with his dog. And I was like, man, he had a nice little setup. He had his awning. He had a little awning out kind of thing that he made, homemade awning, and had a grill out and some wood and all that good stuff. And I was like, man, that's pretty good to being by yourself. He was like, yeah, the wife was like, she wanted something bigger, so I left her home.
Oh.
So it's just him and his dog spend the weekend out here and stuff. So
but
hey,
I don't see nothing wrong with it if she don't like camping.
Exactly.
Like, he could come out by himself and just enjoy it, and he's not bothering anybody.
Yeah.
Listen, I was in one of my marriage groups yesterday, right? Listen, I'm in so many marriage groups on Facebook, but this one is called Married Life Uncensored, right? And so after reading a few of the comments, you realize that some of these people are not married. And so I just asked the question, is everybody in this group married? And of course they weren't. And so I had to go back and read the rules, and it says for people who wanted to be married or wanted relationship advice and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, why would you call it Marriage Life Uncensored? Anyway, y'all, I'm in the group, right? And this girl was complaining. No, the girl said something like, I have a wonderful husband because even though he was watching the game, I wanted to watch a Lifetime movie, and he turned it and watched the movie without even complaining. And so I asked the question, how many TVs do you have in your home? And she said 3. And I'm like, so you wouldn't even let the man watch sports by himself? Like, you can't be selfish like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like sports at all. I hate it. It's like watching paint dry. But when Donald wants to watch sports, look, I will make him hors d'oeuvres. I will buy him drinks. I'll make sure it's iced. I will ask him what else he needs. Because you go in this room and you watch your sports, as long as you're not forcing it on me, I'm cool with it. I don't bother him about this stuff. And I'm like, sometimes you have to pick and choose your battles in a marriage. And she was very young. And I mean, you can tell the guy really loves her from what she says. But
I want to throw in a little,
I'm sorry.
I want to throw in a little Donald brag right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this: if I'm watching a game like basketball, you know, I don't watch football so much anymore, but it's NBA playoffs, and Peg say, "What you doing in there, Donald?" I say, "I'm watching the game." Oh, okay, never mind. And she just let me watch the game, or.
But it's not even a let.
It's not a let, but she's not bothering me.
Because I know sports is important to you.
Yeah. Or you know, I make the best cup of coffee in the world, right?
Yes.
So she'll say, Donna, can you make me a cup of coffee? Well, I say, well, I'm in the middle of a chess game. Well, wait till you finish the chess game, and then maybe. I know that sounds like very, very minor to y'all.
It's little minute
but
things.
A lot of times in previous relationships, there's like a little test to see whether how important they are to you. So, oh, I'm not as important as your chess game. I'm not as important as your sports game. It's not a contest. Yeah. She don't make it a contest. She's like, you got your thing you're doing something you enjoy doing, finish that up. And if you can get to me, I would really appreciate it. That is one of the best things about, I know it sounds simple, I know it sounds minor, but there's a lot of guys out there who like, man, I would love that.
Yeah, because they used to tease Donald when they were deployed, this last deployment. In were you in Afghanistan?
Last week, Afghanistan, yeah.
Yeah. And the guys were just talking about their wife, and then when Donald would try to say something, they like, man, shut up. Shut up. Because when you ask your wife to send you stuff, she's sending it. She send you care packages all the time. Yeah. She answer the phone.
Answer the phone every time.
I remember I was spending time with one of the other wives, and her husband called, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna have to call you back, Peggy here. And I was like, are you nuts? Are you nuts? And he went and told Donald, he was like, I just called my wife, and your wife is at my house. Make your wife leave. I need to talk to my wife.
Peggy, when I used to come on, get ready to come on for deployments, Peggy would create these friendships with all the other wives and stuff like that, right? Yeah. But when it was time to come home, Peggy would say, okay, Donald is coming home on Friday.
Yes.
Don't y'all come by here. Don't y'all call me.
Do not.
For a whole week. Don't call me. Don't come by. Don't check on me. Nothing.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. I'm with my man and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yes. And that was, I've heard her say it. And I've heard her get mad at people for calling on the second day.
Yeah.
So, it was a real thing.
Because everybody, it was so weird because everybody was like, okay, he's been gone for, you know, they get that mid-break. So if it was a 12-month deployment, he gets to come home, like, after 6 months. He get to stay for 2 weeks, then he has to go back. Yeah. Well, it was different times because Donald would always leave 2 weeks earlier than all the other guys because he had to set up, what do you call that? I had to be I can't remember what you called it, but Donald had to go 2 weeks early. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Advon. He was Advon, so he had to go 2 weeks before everybody else. And so I volunteered to help the wives prepare to send their husbands off because it kept me busy. So if they needed appointments or whatever else, I would go to your house, I would watch your kids, like just whatever you needed me to do. I told them I'm available. Y'all want to go on a date night or whatever else before he leaves, I'm available. I have nothing to do. So Donald got to come home 2 weeks early because he had to prepare for them to come home. Yeah. Right? So he got a week off and then he had to go back in to make sure they were coming home. So while he was home, everybody is just like, how is it with him being home? I'm like, oh yeah. Now I asked you, don't call the first week he home. Why you calling? I'm like, first thing I'm asking is the kids okay? Is everything okay? Because we already had our little spill. Don't call me because I ain't seen this man in 6 months. I'm gonna overdose him. Leave us alone. When I'm in these marriage groups, I always tell these young girls, I'm like, you gotta pick and choose your battles. You have to pick and choose your battles. Everything is not worth the fight. You know, everybody always say, if a man gives you his last, like, so say y'all out to dinner, or no, just say y'all just eating, and if a man will give you the last off his plate, that means he loves you the most. I'm like, why don't you just get enough so you don't have to eat off his plate? How about that? I'm just like, sometimes, you know, we put too much on the men. When it comes to little silly stuff now, it's like if he's being responsible and doing everything he's supposed to do and taking care of the home front, give him a break. Give him a break. Boy, I'm telling you right now. You know, that's all I say. I'm like, just give him a break. That's it. That's it. I ain't trying to preach to y'all about your relationships or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, if you have a good husband, appreciate him a little bit. And I ain't saying this because Mother's Day Sunday, y'all. I ain't saying that. I'm just messing around. But no, anyway, I give Donald, I want to be his peace. You know, because he is my peace. But I want to be his peace. Not peace, but his peace. I want to bring E-A-C-E for all you out there. Now, me and Donald, we have some good ones, baby. We have some doozies. Oh, we have some doozies. I ain't trying to act like we all sunshine and roses over here, because that ain't what this is, baby. But my daughter say, Mama, y'all have the dumbest fights. The dumbest fights. And I'm like, well, it's dumb to you, but it ain't dumb to me. At the time. Then we look back on it and say, that was a dumb fight. What were we fighting over? Hey, guys. So it is, of course, the next day, and we are about 2 hours from our destination. So we had to stop and give the dog a break. And Donald is pumping gas, and as you can see, Precious misses her daddy. Like, she won't let me touch her. I don't know what happened. Hey, Poo-Poo. Say hey, Poo-Poo. Hey, say hi. Say hi to the fam. Hey, Poo-Poo. Baby, she don't want Donald out of her sight. I don't know what happened. I keep saying it's a he. He fell in love. Say hey to the fam, baby. Hey, daddy. What's going on, fam? Moving day. I told him, look at Poo Poo. She won't look at me when Donald gone. He. Why do I keep saying she? Because you had a dog that looked similar. That was a she. I think so. And listen, y'all. Donald had to go and take care of some business yesterday, so it's just me and DJ at the RV. He wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't say nothing to me. He wouldn't even look at me. Then when Donald came, he stood up and started wagging his tail. I'm just like, well, what happened? At what point do you get insulted? Right. So then I had something that he wanted to eat. I had something that he wanted to eat. And baby, he was my friend for a whole minute. And then he let me down again. Hey guys, so we're back again. We had a terrible, terrible storm come through, and it knocked out the AC. I was about to say I left my phone. And so Donald was out checking the area. Everybody was out, and it was not supposed to be on until 7:45. Now, mind you, that was almost 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
So we're just sitting in the RV, the air conditioner not working, nothing. We're just sitting there using the rest of our cell phone power, just looking up stuff and talking, just whatever. I come outside, I'm like, why is the man next door AC running? Because I don't see a generator or nothing. I'm like, why is his stuff running, Donald? And when his shut off, I'm listening over here, and all of their ACs are on. I'm like, so are we the only ones without AC? Well, when the man went out to check it.
So, you know, I flipped the switch, and I thought I flipped it back, but I must have flipped it a third time, so it was off again.
And I'm just like, you know how you're in the middle of a show, watching a good show? Because I love both 911s, right? And I'm in the middle of my show, and AC, everything went off. And so I'm anxious because I got to get back to watch what I was trying to watch. But anyway, so he went over there. He flipped the switch, and he was like, oh, we do have electricity. I'm like, so you just gonna let me? He trying to force me to boondock.
You know what, though? We had good conversation. We shared a phone.
We always have good conversation.
We spent some time together. I was like, you know what?
We always. That's a part of this life. We
life.
Always have good conversations, because this is how Donald and I do it. Like, if he wants to talk about something, he'll sit, you know, well, if I'm in the bedroom, he'll come sit on the bed. He'll be like, hey, babe, turn it off for a minute. And we'll talk. And I'll do the same thing for him. I'm like, hold on a minute. Can we talk for a minute? Or he'll come in and hold my hand, just talk, get a forehead kiss. You know, that's supposed to be real sexy, the forehead kiss. So he'll give me the little forehead kiss or whatever else. So we always get our Peggy and Donald time in. Now, with the new little puppy here, he's a blocker, baby. He's our #1 blocker. But that's okay. We love him to death.
There you go.
Listen, we weren't here for it, but one of our neighbors had a really, really bad RV fire. And I don't want to be so rude, but we're going to drive past it and try to get some really good shots of it. It looked like it started in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And it looks really, really bad. But I'm hoping that we get to talk to one of the neighbors or somebody around to see what they did so that we won't do it.
Exactly. That's my main thing. I want to find out exactly what happened. Was it a propane situation? Was it an AC? What was it? Was it a generator?
When you see stuff like that, you want to know, like, what, to be nosy, but also to get a little information.
Exactly.
So we're going to, we got to talk to these neighbors. But here, let me show you what I was talking about.
Hey fam, we're gonna sign off here. We thought we had footage of ending conversation, but we don't. I just wanted to share this closing with you guys. We still haven't found out what caused that fire. It looked like it came from the battery department because that was the most charred part of it, but it might have been propane, it might have been the air conditioner. I'm trying to get a better answer, but you just gotta be knowledgeable about what you're doing in here. Make sure you're doing everything you can to stay safe in these RV streets. So thank you guys for watching. Keep praying for us, and we'll just see you guys in the next video. See you later, fam.
Take me on.